Hello and welcome. Right, I have a bit of a confession to make. Yeah, I've got to be honest. FS22, Schnibble modding, grand modder, but one of his tractors got under my skin, and that was what I called the lurcher, and I've removed it from the game. It's does something to my head because it doesn't go when you press the accelerator, so you begin to doubt yourself. Have I pressed it? And then you think, oh no, it's the lurcher. But it's one of those instinctive things. It's one of them tractors, one of the few tractors in the game that really gives me absolutely no pleasure, but is a pain. It's negative. So I've removed it, but of course we did have one. So I will be fair because really we should have a tractor, and I've removed it, and this is more outside of the game because it's as a human being now, as me, it's not very nice to actually have that. So I can't remember how much it was. We'll go for a tractor. What I'm going to do is, I don't know if we've got our BI Industries one on this. I'm just trying to sort of think. I don't think we have we? Don't think we've got on this the BI Industries Model 7. No, because it would be there. Yeah, it would. Yeah, so we're going to buy that, but we're not going to buy that, if you know what I mean. We're going to give ourselves the cash back for it. Here's a cracker. It's roughly about the same. I mean, it's definitely... is it? No, it is. It is a 240. This is 247 horsepower. It's 27,777. So we'll just grab that and give ourselves the cash straight back. Oh, okay. Well, that saves us... that saves us going to fetch that then. We'll pay the delivery costs, I might add. Yeah, we've had it delivered. So, right, so add remove money 27,777. Right, so that's that fixed. Right, so then it is the month of October. We got a little bit of tidy up. I think, weren't we going to do some? I think this time I have actually done what I was like. Oh no, I'll keep doing that. Yeah, and the game is a bit of a mess. My files were damaged, but I don't think it's that scores. I am beginning to think it might be my mod switcher. I've got a switcher program. It's not something. It's not doing damage to files. I've lost. Yeah, I went on Louisiana and realised I'd got actually some placeables from Frankenmuth, and all of the real Louisiana things have all disappeared. So that explained why all of a sudden the other day it no longer worked, because actually it was no longer there. So something had done something strange. The other thing I have not removed it. No, there is another mod as well that also swizzles things around, and I wondered, well, is it that's doing it? Because the thing is, when I went on to, mind you know, that was on Frankenmuth, so that would sort of be explained by the fact that it was on Frankenmuth. Nearly all of Frankenmuth's placeables were in the Louisiana map, which does explain why, when I went on it, that obviously it really didn't have any placeables, because it really didn't, because it had Frankenmuth's with Frankenmuth's coordinates. So, yeah, and obviously Frankenmuth's coordinates don't work on Louisiana. So I've no idea how to fix it. I've sort of started, because I didn't want to lose it. I really am enjoying my time on Louisiana, so I didn't want to just cut it loose. But I thought it was some sort of map error, but it is an error certainly, and it's not something I've done myself. But I do use a mod switcher, but it's a very well-known one. It's one, obviously, almost a lot of content creators use it. It's for if you, especially modders as well, because it swaps in and out. I can go to a mod test folder instead of the normal mod folder, so I can have less mods in there, so it loads quicker, so therefore I can test quicker. Yeah, so it's one of those things. But what I mean is, at the minute I'm sort of trying to find out, well, which of these elements is right, which of them is doing the things. Now I personally think that is the most likely, because it is what it's doing is quite complicated, and it is swizzling things around, but I might be totally wrong. I mean, I did first of all suspect that it was Giants themselves, that it was the game update, and I thought, well, it could be. It all did start really on Rizu Forest, when I went on Rizu Forest, but I don't know, there's errors really serious errors. So I've really got a massive question mark at present on like what is doing what. So I'm trying to first thing I started to do early was I repaired my game files, and they were damaged, but then they nearly always are. Yeah, recently, even whether I do or I don't do anything to those folders, they seemingly are nearly always damaged. So I do think some of it is the updates, but I couldn't swear to that. It's like anything. So I'm just trying to work through the errors that are occurring. But Louisiana, yeah, the other thing is I went into I'm playing Lady Hill, which is going to become the next English map. So I was just thinking, there's 2 maps I would like to do. I might do a little bit of both. I've also got Moss Valley, which I always promised that if that came onto FS25, I'd do a full-blown Let's Play. So I'm not sure whether we're doing Lady Hill, which was one of my favourites in FS22, or whether I do Lady Hill as a short run, and I'll do Moss Valley as the long, sort of run. So I'm not sure which way I'm going to do it yet. So yeah, I've got both with quite a few episodes. A few like I think Lady Hill's. Yeah, I'm enjoying Lady Hill a lot because I do love it, and we've done another start as well. We haven't done the same as we did last time because I think even no matter how good a map is, it's always a good sort of thing to actually go start again, a bit like we've done on Pallegney. I didn't want to do the farmyard again, although it is fantastic because it's sort of like just doing the same thing all over again on the map, which we've already done that. I just don't want to like drag everyone through the same thing, but we're just on another. I mean, don't get me wrong, yes, I know you can do different productions. It doesn't have to be exactly the same, but there's still the locations the same. So I thought, and on FS22, I thoroughly enjoyed doing this particular Let's Play. Now, this is really fast. I can't get used to like doing the bailing at this sort of speed. I'm trying to keep it sort of tame at what it should be-ish. But yeah, so I really enjoyed this, and I thought it was a real cracking location as well on this beautiful map by MA7 Studio. So again, I'm trying almost to recreate what I did on FS22, but I think we will stick clear of the cows. I think we've forged another direction. Oh, I have done some changes. I have, yeah. Just again, this was based upon on Oak City. We've already done this, and we've already seen that I've done the flower. I've done a special flower. It's bigger and all the rest of it. But and I've not done the grapes and oils yet. I may do this. I'm trying to do almost everything that I'm going to use a lot in the Let's Plays, but not just that. Also for other people too, to make the palettes bigger. I'm trying to draw every single element of the things that I loved in FS22 into all of my productions. So on this, we now have clothes. I've called it clothes 1 still. Yeah, we've got clothes, and it has. You've literally changed the original clothes to clothes 1, so we don't lose what we'd already done. So we've almost got 1 palette of that in there, and also I have done the rope maker 2. This I've not changed, but it has lost. Yeah, so this hasn't worked. I might have not actually brought. This might be my test map. I might not have actually done this one, but I have done this one. So we are definitely going to do this. What I might do, though, is I think we might swap our rope maker for a bionic. I think we might go like a bit bigger. I do. Yeah, well, I know we've got a bionic Spinny Tailor, but I think we might do a bionic rope maker 2. The only bad thing is, it's not for the want of like, I don't mind, but what I'd like to do is a bit of a swizz, as in like I'd like to bring the bionic into the, so I don't have to replace it, so we don't lose the contents. It's the only reason I'm wanting to do it, but I would actually pay the difference, as in I would lose the money on camera so you can see that I've actually paid for it. But it would be far easier, because otherwise you lose all the contents, and that we've worked hard for that. And I know I frequently say that mechanics rule is king, but we can also like tweak the mechanics as long as we're not cheating to like match that. I don't want to cheat. I don't want to be cheated either, like by the system. So we can, we do have the technology, the knowledge to actually do that. Yeah, it is quite interesting. I mean, obviously, I was quite a heavy tweaker in FS22, but the modding sort of is a completely different thing. I've also made a very large sheep barn as well for like going forwards, because I've got to be honest, I'm thoroughly enjoying doing the sheep a lot. So yeah, I would like to go bigger, but it's a bit of a stretch to think that the one that we've got could house any more than 100 odd animals. So yeah, I've literally gone for it's still based upon this model, but like a much larger one, and it's not quite the same. I might should be able to show you actually. Just finish this straw now. Then I think there will be another casualty as well. I think I've taken out, I did mean to do this the other day, and I did mention it, Rawley Christie's. Not because I don't like it, because I'm trying to be really strict with my mods, so I've not got 9 million plows and the ones I'm going to use the most, because your mod folders, they get massive so soon. I've got like well over 1,000 mods already, and like I'm trying to like not have 3 of the same thing when so I think we will have lost Rawley Christie's 6 meter. I think we won't have it on our roster anymore, so I think I've removed it. So it is, I think it is a lizard. So the 6 meter, and it should say 6 meter. Yeah, no, it has gone. So again, I am going to allow, because we did pay good money for that, for us to grab the Ridiculous Dominic one, because it is actually less than that. So yeah, I'm not cheating, just replacing, but for something of the same value. In fact, we're losing a little, but probably even the 6 meter would not be quite worth what it was before, but it definitely would be worth what we would pay for the Ridiculous Dominic. So again, I'm going to swap that in for that one. It's always awkward, obviously, in any Let's Play when you have like new equipment drop and things. I mean, I'll be honest, Ridiculous Dominic's was my favourite of all. Black Sheep Modding was definitely my second favourite, and it is only for a few special reasons. It's not the cash, it's a very reasonable one already. And it did used to sort of have this functionality. Obviously in FS22 it was dearer, about what it is now, but it was also only a 9 meter, or Ridiculous Dominic's was a 10.5. It mulches for nothing, which is giving you a free bonus all the time. But also, and it was the same in FS22, you could use the middle section on Black Sheep Moddings to plough. Now, so far, or last time I tested, you couldn't use that middle section anymore. You could only use it at a full width, which to me is a bit of a... Sometimes you want like little intricate sort of things, and I thought again that Ridiculous Dominic's was the best of both worlds for the fact that it's 10.5 metres. Okay, so Black Sheep Moddings is a little bit bigger now, but it's only marginally bigger, and also the fact that it folds like it does is to me quite a big thing. So yeah, so again, going forwards, I'm not taking Black Sheep Moddings out though, because I do really like it, and you get it in the sale sometimes and stuff like that. And in a Let's Play where I'm going to get that, I am going to go for the Black Sheep Modding one, because I'd always try to do that type of thing, or even as a second plough. It is a cracking plough, and I just don't want to take it out, because it is my second favourite. Yeah, so it's like anything, isn't it? So we need to replace that. But yeah, let's just get this done, and then I'll quickly show you. In fact, let's do that now, and also like put it sort of. Could we put it? Yeah, we could. We could afford it. So I mean, yeah, because it won't show you otherwise. Well, no, it does show you. You just couldn't actually. So we should have one at 77,000 now. It's better if I put it against the other one. It doesn't look a lot bigger actually, and yeah, it should be. The solar panel's gone strange. Oh no, I think it is a lot bigger. Yeah, as I'm getting closer, I'm thinking, yeah, that is a bit bigger, just a little. As in, like, rather a lot. Yeah, I think we could safely say that's at least 2.5 times bigger, basically. Yeah, it is. Yeah, so that's okay. Obviously, I've moved everything around. The fences are going to be wider. Not sure. Yeah, obviously, it's the first time I've ever tried to tweak the fences. Oh no, it's not too bad. No, that's, yeah. I probably need to tweak it a little bit more, but for a first look at it, and you can see that the wood is completely different. Yeah, it's done the wood the wrong way. I've got sideways panels, and I did try to change it around. So, yeah, but I do like the wood on this. It is quite pretty. So, I didn't do much on the inside. I think the inside's exactly the same as it ever was. You can't see it until it gets put down, but yeah. So a much bigger one. Maximum of 350 sheet. I'm not sure if I'm going to go to 300. I thought, well, am I pushing it? It is a bit of a monster, and obviously almost all of those are basically the extra sort of space that you get on the fenced area. That I can't think of it's what you would call it. The enclosure, the animal enclosure, that'll do. That's close enough. It's not what I was thinking, but that will actually do. So yes, I made quite a few changes. I don't know why the rope factory's not working, but I do think I only did that one in my test mod. So again, that'll be done for next session. It just means you can grab like 5,000 litre pallets. And the other thing is, what I did, it is strange actually. Sometimes what comes to you as you're chatting, or as I'm chatting to yourselves. You're a really good sounding board, I'm going to say that. Yeah, obviously there are a few pallets that are a little bit... when Giants do a pallet that isn't full, it still is full. And what I mean by that is, it shows a full pallet. If you stack on top of a half-filled pallet, it still is a full pallet. Giants just hide the rest of the pallet. And I actually said out loud, I basically said, well, I've chosen the boxes because a box is always the same size, whether it's full or not. And then I sort of said, well, why didn't Giants do that? Because I've got to be honest. Yeah, I mean, you can put nice pictures of that. What I'm trying to say is, sometimes realism in a game like this, there are always going to be things that are like going to defeat you, as in that you can't quite do right. So there has to be concessions where you concede the fact that you can't quite do that as you would in real life. I mean, space is always the enemy of any sort of graphical program like this. The size of the game and how big it is. I mean, yeah, we are sort of seeing that this game is too big and too heavy. And we're sort of seeing that a lot because when you like plough the field, it doesn't show the graphics, which means that the engine's too heavy and the game can't keep up with what you're trying to do. So obviously Giants have really gone a little bit too mad, and you would have thought really that in testing that would have actually come to them, because let's be honest, they'd already got FS25. No, I mean it's really what I did there. Oh, we're losing a bait. It's going to go in the water. Yeah, it is. I don't think I beat it no matter what I can do. So fortunately, it's in the drink. And that is, of course, the trouble with brown bales on a hilly area. Unless, of course, you've got that the Ratana, the fence. That was a beaut for that. I think was it Mark Thor's also span? I think I can't remember if it did actually. But the Ratana, the Fent Ratana, now that was a cracker for that. There was a class one that had the spinner, but it never worked. I mean, it worked once in about 10 times. I remember I had it, and I always used to think, what's that strange thing? But it was only when I had the Ratana that it had the same strange thing was on the Ratana, and obviously it turned it around. I can see in the distance where we've left the straw, which was quite useful. Yeah, so obviously I realised it was an end turner. It literally turned it on its end, which for a round baler is a real nice party trick. So yeah, I started to have a go on the flatbed, but it's really intricate, complicated thing. I haven't just got it. I've just not got that level of concentration to actually do that. Some days you just not got it. Other days you can be on fire and you can sort of willingly do it. But I just thought, just go it. Just like do a little bit of, yeah, you wanted to sort of update the ropery and all that type of thing. And they're sort of relatively easy in the modding terms, because I sort of done that frequently now with the sugar one, and that I sort of know what I'm doing. And also the template that I've made sort of is almost foolproof unless you're exceptionally tired. and then you can fall foul of it, like anybody can when they're tired. You may start to make mistakes, but yeah, I sort of through use know what I've got to change on each one. So I think that's about it on this field. We do need to grab them off though. Yeah, otherwise we can't really set the ridiculous Dominics going. Yeah, there are quite a few strange things though that are sort of inexplicable, but then I can sort of see that weird things going on. And that's my graphics files. On some maps I can see this beautifully like that, and on other maps it's lost its colour and it's all silver, which something else said, I know that was a few weeks ago, where this was really black and yet it showed us like red. So very, very strange. So anyway, right, so what we're going to do, we want to grab this, and we want to grab the bales off the field. Yeah, I'm still kicking myself a bit really, as I said, that I didn't have the square baler, but again, because we could, yeah, I mean, we could have bought it for 12,000, and if it didn't work, but c'est la vie, sometimes it is what it is, isn't it really? A mistake was made, probably was tired than me, because I usually am. It is true. I'm always saying to my wife that I seem to be, as I've got older, I just do feel tired a lot of the time. It doesn't stop me doing anything on my hand, but I feel tired a lot, so. So, I mean, again, you just sort of get on with it, really. It's one of those things, no good moaning about, and they just like crack on. So, yeah, we'll grab, in fact, we could start the plough going now, because we are a long way into the field. So let's just grab, I think the Massey is a good one to grab. In fact, I suppose we could say, yeah, the Axion. Yeah, you will do nice. Although, no, the Axion's had an out in already. Let's give the Massey a go. Yeah, the big fan had an awful lot of outings, so I think I'm right in saying it was in there, and now it's gone. So it was the other, yeah, one of these should have in the back of it, I remember seeing it last session, the plough, so it has gone, so I am right. Right, so then, let's just grab the ridiculous Dominic and give ourselves the 4,200 back. So let's do that first, it makes more sense. 4,200, and on the delivery cost we will pay ourselves. Yeah, you can't have everything, can you, really, to be honest? So plows, it's such and I'd never go for the Unreal. I don't think I've ever done, unless if the only challenge I ever would was if it was in the sales, but I don't think I've ever seen this in the sales because it's so good value already. So right, fantastic. So let's set this going. Yeah, it will have to be on this field, I was thinking about it, because yeah, well, we've still got bales on the other field, haven't we? So we definitely need to do this field. In fact, have we done what? I think, no, I'm sure last session we did actually do that, so I'm sure we did. Now, I really do love the graphics on that. It really looks lovely, I've got to be honest. But again, it does on this one, but on some it really doesn't look very nice at all. I don't know what that is about. Right, let's get these bales quickly before we get walloped by the... Is it coming, or is it get one up already? No, he's thinking, or she's thinking, I don't know. I do not know whether it's a male or a female, so I'm not going to like get involved in, oh, was that? It might be blocked a little. So let's get this run done first. See Demar come with a pace. Yeah, this isn't the strongest of tractors, really, is it? I always think these look much more powerful than they actually are. Let's see if we can retrieve that, the bale as well. It's, not bad. Time lapse. No, it's not every session you don't. It's just time lapse all the time. It does get a bit sort of like it's all one big time lapse. I don't mind chatting. And people, again, it's one of those things. Isn't it? I don't expect people to hang on my every word or that type of stuff. A lot of people do already, as I sort of said when I was doing my end at the beginning. Yeah, sometimes people skip through anyway. They just want to see the main points, which was why I did like to do that, but it didn't always work well. But again, I am going to do the jot form soon, so I would love to hear from you whether you really did think that was a good idea or a bad one. Now, I'm not sure. This looks very deep in this particular part, so I think it's a long way in as well. I think the only way you're getting that out is with a telehandler. Yeah, it's well too deep. We can actually lift that really rather than risk going in the drink. I don't know if I do something really go. Yeah, I must admit, Frithgar was a bit the same. He sometimes did some really daft things. I think we all have our moments, don't we, where you like go, I'm a terror for thinking, well, tractors can go anywhere. Well, they shouldn't really go down the bottom of a mountain or anything like that, but, you know, I have this nasty tendency to go down really horrible paths and things like that, so... Well, I mean, a lot of them are four-wheel drive, aren't they? I mean, if you can't do it with a tractor, what can you do it in, really? Yeah, so I'm quite pleased because I really, truthfully, am thoroughly enjoying using the sheep quite a lot, actually. I was not a massive, very infrequent in FS22 did the sheep, but I've got to be honest, they're a real good money spinner. As well as, I've got to be honest, they're probably the easiest animal in the game to look after. And I mean, now I've put a bale trigger down, I can just drop bales. It's so fantastic for like feeding them. You just put a stack of bales and they sort of, it's like drip feeding or like automatic feeding. It really is fantastic. So yeah, now I'm actually sort of trying to make all of the mods, the placeables, have these 5,000 litres. I mean, I've done it with the sugar mod now. I've got the whiskey. Okay, so we have got a bale that was smaller. I wonder if we did more than one. Yeah, another thing I'd like to do is I think I could have a good go at it. I used to love the bale pusher in FS22. I think I could actually make one all right myself, I think, actually, now, because I sort of know, I can guess how it was done. Or, I mean, I could actually download it, obviously, off the mods of Steel, or I may even have it in my FS22 mods on my gaming laptop. So I could have a look at it, but I think I'd like to have a go without looking, if I'm honest. I think we're going to lose that in the drink as well. Let's see if we can like just head it off at before we lose it. No, I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to herd it so we don't actually lose it. Ooh, okay. I was honestly not trying to. No, I am not. I know it's going to moan at me. I'm just trying to herd it a little. I think it's because it's not got space, isn't it? It lets you sort of get away with it in a way, because you're not really trying to pick it up. You're just using your tool to actually push it along. Yeah, we'll set the... obviously it is October. I don't think many of our businesses are actually. I think the next one that we've got to do. Now we did say we were going to do the straw mod on this, and that's what I was thinking about not doing the. Just get rid of the. Yeah, let's stop that now. Yes, why I thought let's not do the cows. I thought we don't really need to do the cows. Now the other thing is, I don't think, I don't know why, but I don't think I can put straw. I don't think the bale trigger's working properly on the production shed. I don't think it's working. The self-sufficiency is. I don't understand what it is, but I'm just wanted to try this. So I don't think it's working. Nope. Oh, I thought it might cancel, but it doesn't. It doesn't. Not at all. Yeah, that's definitely not working. So we need to figure that one out, definitely. Crashing the equipment around, I don't know. At least that money's a bit better. Yeah, I really don't understand why it's not working on the bale trigger. I'm going to have a closer look to see what the problem is. Fantastic. That's it. Jobs are good. Now, have we fed out? Oh no, I can see the answer to this question is no. We have not done our animals. I think we shifted all of the. I'm still not 100% sure that going single-wheeled is the way to go. I still think the double-wheeled one did have a little bit over this one, really. So, yeah, I'm not sure whether to have the double one. And I know, yeah, that's right, we've got to do that, and we've also got to do the wool. So, let's grab the wool. Just push the wool, I think, because we've not got a full amount. We just push that there. We should sort of get quite a bit for next time. Right, so we have got to shove this lot out of the way. Let's just grab the quick a little as well, because it should let us do that, really. Fantastic. Let's move this lot out of the road, and then we're going to put the guar bean greenhouse down, as we sort of discussed last time. That's not really what I was trying to achieve. At least we did eventually. We actually got these pallets out, didn't we? That we saw in there an awful long time ago, but we could never get them out. So we've managed somehow to actually get them. Oh. Yeah, I don't know why this was being funny about placement. Whether it's something we did to the road when I did the road, or I'm not sure, but stick these on these as well. Yeah, these are really tricky to get to, really tricky. Right, let's get this sorted. Right, how is our plough doing? I would have thought. Ooh, not far off. I'm trying to think about the straw factory, whether we have got a lot of straw. No, we could do it. I don't know if I've done a bionic and a sort of super for it, or whether I've just gone sort of single on it. I suspect I haven't done a bionic and a super for it, really. I'm going to lose that one if I do that, because the top one's like half hanging off. So yeah, They do want to turn over, strangely enough. They seem weighted to the fact that they want to fall and go back to this like way. Right, let's have a look now. Can we stick the guavine greenhouse down? Let's have a look. So greenhouses. Guavine, here we go. Fantastic. It's really strange, but it will do there. Let's try going backwards a bit. It'll have to go there. That'll do. Let's just soften that area. These birds sometimes they really are. You sort of come from now and you think, what on earth is that? And then you realise it's actually in the sky. Yeah, it's a bit of a... Just hoping that's not going to play with things too much, because... Let's have a look. Yeah, it's the trigger. Triggers are a bit funny, aren't they, really, about not being level, so I'm not sure how that's going to work. We shall see soon. We shall. Right, let's get that done. Let's get some water in, and let's get some manure in, and let's get this going. And then next month, I think we need to make the... Yeah, we may as well do a month of like the guar beans, because you need the guar beans to make the glue for the factory. So to me, it seems sensible that we actually do it that way round. So we're going to grab a massive amount of manure. Yes, I love this tractor. I've got a couple of little silly errors with it though, and I don't know why, because it probably is that Giants have changed the model a little bit since I moved it from the like from the data file and made it into a mod. That's what I say, we've got an awful lot of straw that we've been collecting for years, and that's what I thought the straw mod for this Let's Play would be really good. But I do think, that's what I was trying to think, I thought if you do animals, cows as well, you've then got like dairy to do, and I thought, really, I think we're about where we need to be. We've got loads of greenhouses, we've got the obviously the wool. We could go bigger with this sheep if we're going to thinking of going bionic or super. That's one thing we could do. Fantastic. So we want some manure. Let's quickly grab that as well and set that going whilst this is filling. Let's grab the tractor and literally sneak through. I do love the detail on this bridge. It really is quite phenomenal. Yeah, I've got better at this. I never used to do much of this. Have we got a stone picker? We have we? No, it's something we really could do with. Yeah, I'm hoping this trigger's not too much of a troublesome. But if it is, we'll have to level it. But sometimes you get away with it, other times you don't. Depends on how the game's feeling. Let's switch this on. Guavine greenhouse. Let's stick this. Actually, this really doesn't want to be on keep. It wants to. Mind you, we want to be on keep now. It might actually moan a little if we try and say spawn because it'll like be wanting to know where it's supposed to spawn to, and there is nothing just yet that's actually done. So I just thought we'd make a bit of do the guar beans a little bit. I do like where we're going on this because no other Let's Play am I doing like bread like we're doing here, and grapes and oils. I was doing that on Oak Bridge. I really do enjoy that. Again, I think I've done a bionic and a super for the grapes and oils. Have I done the 5-ton pallets? I don't think I have. Yeah, I don't think I've done the 5-ton pallets. Well, we can get water. Just something I frequently forget. We can get water from this. Not that, this. Yeah, and it is pretty far, pretty fast. Pretty fast? I don't know what that was an aid of. Yeah, so I really don't know what's gone on. It's a bit confusing as to there are about 3 culprits that I can think of that really could have done it. One is the FSG modding program that sort of like does actually move things around, because that sort of could do, if it did it wrongly, if something went wrong and Giants changed something, then that could go wrong. But it used to work fine, but it does sort of muck around with that kind of thing, swizzling things around. If I go in the XML files, a lot of them have got wrong, like a mix of map names, which is bizarre. It's a wonder if the game is working at all. So I think that's almost it. Yeah, it is. So they're all going. Fantastic. Is there anything? Yeah, let's just check prices as well. I don't want to miss anything. I seem to be missing things sometimes on. So yeah, they're January. Guar beans we're not selling anyway. Pig food a little bit, but not a lot. Ropes, 61 litres. So we definitely did the rope all right. The wool we've just seen that we've got quite a bit. So olive oils is June. So we did that, didn't we, this year? We didn't actually forget. Honey is March, and we have got quite a lot of it. So again, that we will do. And the flour. Why have we got normal flour? Why have we got that? Because of cakes. Yeah, I'm tempted to switch the normal flour off. We were getting something strange happen on Rizu Forest, and that is the reason why. And I thought, well, if I switch, yeah, this doesn't. It only has rice flour. I've left rice flour alone. I mean, to be honest, I was thinking about this. Really, the flours. Most of the time, you send flours, you very rarely lug them around. But I thought, well, I did it before I'd sort of thought about it. Whereas obviously bread, now that really does, you know, like this bread is 5-litre pallets. Now that does make sense that you would actually do this. So one of these has got a normal flour recipe. I think it's the cakes. I kept it so that it would know what flour was as well. Yeah, this has got normal flour. But it was almost like the game was confusing the fact normal flour, and it was still making, even though the mill doesn't even know what flour is, it's only got the new flour, it still seemed to make normal flour too, which that's obviously not right, because this is a special fill type, and it really shouldn't be making normal flour. But if you look in the time saving stock check, the flour we'll see that what that goes in the morning, because having seen this now a little bit now, the other thing is corn. Yeah, because we can make corn flour, can't we? That's what I was thinking. We want to turn that on. So the bionic mill, it obviously needs the corn. Now where is the corn? Is it in the, or do we just have corn on hand from one time when we actually, I think we must have. Let's have a look. No, there's no corn in there. So where is the corn then? If it's saying we've got corn, 23,000 litres. So where is that then? Corn flour, No, it won't be in there. Grapes and oils. Olive and tart. That's olives. Rice. I have no idea. It's saying that we've actually got some... but I can't see any for the life of me. So I don't know where this corn's supposed to be. That we supposedly own. Right, so we'll just say that's a misnomer. Right, so it's October. We've done all of the work. Well, we haven't, but that worker's busy working. What have we got in the sales? Yeah, we've still got that. Let's go through till tomorrow. There's nothing to sell. We have got... We did do our animals, didn't we? I'm sure I remember doing them. Yeah, we did. So we're going to go through till 9 o'clock. Yeah, so I really want to make this last year count on Pallegney. I mean, we have been there for a while, but yeah, I would just like to do this last year, and I'd really like to do it. So this really would be new territory where I haven't been before, even like based upon like what I did last time. But we've also gone a slightly different direction. So, oh, okay. Oh wow. What are we going to go for first? I think we'll try and keep that fence. It's a beautiful one as well. Do we need another tractor now? I'm not sure we do, really. Let's grab that one first. We'll make a little bit of cash. Maybe enough to just get the other sort of smallest thing off that list. Well, we could get that one as well. Being as we're actually there anyway, that's what I'm just thinking. Not because you're going to not make a lot out of that anyway, but so 50,000 left, so we can't get anything out. So let's pop down. Let's do a bit of buying and selling. We've not done a lot of that on this one, but always get confused. No, it's down here. Here we go. It's a nice little tractor, this, but we don't really need it. We've already got a little tractor that when we need it we use. So just fantastic. Yeah, still. I think Giants have like toned down a little bit with the juddering, but it still is juddery, and it's definitely far more juddery than FS25 ever knew how to be. Yeah, that again, the game is, in my personal opinion, too heavy, really. It's certainly a long way off the best game in the franchise ever that I think Giants were aiming for. Though it's got some nice features, it's too heavy, and I don't think there's much. No, let's drop this. I don't think there's much you can do about it, because they've like literally that's the game engine. It is what it is. So fantastic. I still can't quite afford anything out of that, so we need to lend 14,000 odd. Okay, a little bit more then. Yeah, I don't really think we need another tractor, if I'm honest, now that we've actually bought. Had I realised, then it is true. I was just saying, like earlier this very evening, how I seem to be getting almost... I mean, I love my fence. I'm not going to make any sort of bones about this, but why am I always getting fence recently? Literally, the game seems to be splurging out fence nearly all of the time, on nearly every I mean, some Let's Plays, Oak City, we've got all fence. In fact, we've bought our first... I thought I'd got to. We got a case drop in the sales. I thought, I'm going to have that because all I've got is fence. It just seems like the fence show. It was like a Giant's Island all over again, where everything that you've got is a fence. And as much as I love them, it just seems a bit unrealistic, because I was showing that I really haven't got more fence than anything else. I have got fence in the game, but I haven't got more fence than anything else. You know, like, I've not all got just chosen fence. We've got loads of other manufacturers, so I have no idea why it seems to be favouring fence for me all of the time. Right, so we can almost afford that. So let's loan another 20 odd grand. I obviously can't count. We don't want any extra. It's a shame. It's a 203 horsepower, isn't it? But as I say, really, we have got quite a lot. We have. We obviously did have that point earlier when we really could have done with like more tractors, but I think we've passed that a long time ago now. I mean, you can always use another tractor, but I'm trying to sort of. We've got things to do, so. Fantastic. And 219, so we need to lend another 70,000. Right. Yeah, we must get a dolly. Yeah, now there's a lovely old dolly. Now I have got the BI Industries one now. I did actually make one myself because there were no reasonably priced ones, but now there is an old lizard dolly, I think it is. It's an old dolly. So quite a nice one actually. It's like got 6 wheels. It's quite super duper. Fantastic. Now let's get rid of all our debt because we did borrow a lot. And see what we've actually got when we've paid it all back. Right, so then how are our animals doing? 135,228. Animals, don't really, yeah, they're managing on their normal thing, really. So these are the last 4, aren't they? They're nearly out of puberty. Yeah, so all of the others, and of course we are now selling the animals, so they even make us a bit of cash for the babies that we actually sell. So it really is quite amazing. I do like that. It's realistic. I've always thought that was a bit odd that you don't get money for them, but yeah, it's one of the things I did like about the animal mod. I can't remember what it's called in FS25. I didn't play with it very often because it really was, quite. Right, so the rope. How are we doing on the guarbines? We have 2,528 litres, plus we may have some outside. Let's visit. Oh no, I think it's on keep, isn't it now? So only does 2.5 tons. They actually do look like beans as well, ish. Yeah, literally these are my own models. I'm quite pleased with them actually. Yeah, they really do look like beans. I'm quite pleased. Yeah, this was my very first. It did take me a long time to actually figure that one out. So 2.5 tons. Is that enough? Have I got my things not quite right? 2.5 tons of those for an entire greenhouse full. I'm not sure whether that is good, bad, or what really. We did tick everything. Yeah, just seem a little bit poor, really. Right, anyway, we do now. Then where are we going to stick this the straw factory? Because we sort of again run out of space. Really, I think we could stick it at the back. Oh no, we're going to break this shed then, aren't we? I think really the only place left is to take a bit of this end of this field, really, and this close to this edge as possible. I think it's probably the only place that, and I suppose this really does sort of beggar the question that really this should, we don't really need many more mods because this is going silly now, isn't it? Are we gonna go? I think I've only done the straw factory as a single, but we will check. So the next one will be 47,000. I'm sure I didn't do a bigger straw factory yet. I think, yeah, it's one of my last ones that I did, and it was just before I started to do everything on bionics and that, so I think we will so if we do that there, it's not terribly out of. Right. Of course, all of this field now is all out of kilter. It's just also do a bit of gas. It's asphalt, isn't it? I'm sure it is. And we'll do a bit of painting as well on the edge of the field. So this is now like out of bounds. So we'll do a bit of grass. I'm trying to get better with this as well. Yeah, I'm trying to get a little bit more sort of to try to finish things off, because the one beautiful thing that I am very pleased that Giants did do, and that was they made the cheap grass, because that really did, that was awful in FS22, the fact that it was so expensive. Yeah, that even I used to do the scatter thing where you like doing a little dashes like that in FS22 because it was just so expensive. I did it quite a bit earlier, and I thought, oh, that only cost a couple of grand. So it was quite nice. So I don't feel quite so bad about finishing these projects off now, because it makes it look all the difference. Right, so we need to be sticking the guar now on distribute, don't we? Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Want to... I don't really want to spawn the goods. Why is that not letting me tell them to change output mode? It is now. It's very slow. That's bizarre. Oh, it is. Wow, that is really... Is there any errors with this? No. No errors. Apologise for doing that, but as a modder, it's one of those things. And also, it does show you that if I had got something seriously wrong, you will see red and yellow writing. Because some little bits of red and yellow writing are not terribly bad errors, but there's not a single error, so it's not big guar beans. Right, so that's going to go. We also now need to put some straw into the straw. So let's go and grab those that we've dropped. Well, it will be interesting to see if the straw goes into the straw factory. I mean, yeah, because it seems... I thought I'd fixed all of these, but I seem to be having issues again with... and I don't know why. I thought I'd got this all figured out, but it sort of beggars the question. But they're not... Oh, close. Yeah, with my new pictures on. First time I've ever seen these pictures. I mean, like in the game. Yay, fantastic. Let's just see, can we drop these inks? Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get how come it works, because it's going to be exactly the same configuration. I'm going to have a serious look at the production silos. So it's all the production silos. I think if we get this lot in this session, I think that's not a bad place to leave it, I don't think. Yeah, so we got through to November. I mean, we have been busy. We haven't been doing nothing, have we? Let's be honest. So try and get 3 at a time, I think. Yeah, well, one thing we are really looking for is the stone picker. We haven't got one, have we? I'm sure we haven't. I know we have got quite a lot. I keep reminding myself. It's only bad. It's the curse of having too many Let's Plays on the go. And that is that I sort of tend to... I need to have a look and remind me... Oh, are we filled already? Surely not. Ooh, nah, that's a mistake. That's way too little storage, really. Right, so we do need to stick that on. Straw factory. Yeah, we want the guar glue. That needs to be on. And we need to do... We're going to do everything. Makes sense. And we're going to keep it all. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Let's just speed time up until 10 o'clock. So we should get the existing guars actually come across. Yeah, I think I need to... well, I suppose we might... Yeah, it's not... We might need to put another guar greenhouse down, really. I mean, it may be that you need more, but we should see. So, yeah, they come across 2,640 guar beans. Now, that's the point. Don't we need water as well to make the guar glue? Yes, in equal amounts. Yeah. There is a bit of loss as well. Yeah, I did my research on this. Guar beans really are a real bean, and they really do make glue. Yeah, this entire thing is based upon real research that actually is true in real life. So yeah, I haven't just made this all up. It's not a fictitious thing. It's real. Let's grab some water. In fact, let's have a tap fitted right next door. Yeah, I do need to increase storage. Obviously, straw's its main thing. Again, this is the trouble. What I tend to do is I'll grab a model, and like it'll have like storage for like random things, and it'll be a certain size. But obviously, for a factory that specialises in straw, it would have quite a lot of storage, especially for the. It just makes sense, really, that it would have. So then let's put a tap down. But yeah, I'm trying to do these a bit further back. So I think if we go about there, it's got a very good range, but it should. Going to be under the nozzle, aren't I? Yeah, I was just thinking that still a bit cheeky. I don't mind doing that. It's naughty. Even though we can see it's withered. Yeah, I'm not sure on the tram lines on like... Oh wow, that's a good dumb range. Yeah, on what I need to do for them, I'm going to have to check up. But I think we could sort of actually have a look. Oh, the devour trees. Right, so I think if you were to buy a cedar, is it any cedar? I would imagine the giants ones. Yeah, I think you need to buy the ridge markers, don't you? I think you have got to actually do that. Have they all got ridge markers now? Track loosening tines, ridge marker. I think you have to have matching ridge markers and things like that. So that may already have a ridge marker, hence the fact that it's not got it listed. Or maybe it's not. But yeah, the ones to look for really would be the giants ones, wouldn't they, really? That's not got a ridge marker. No, that has. Is that a no-till? Yeah. I didn't know that. That must be one of the new ones, because I've not seen that before. Got the beautiful... Yeah, the Concorde by Caesarius. I'm really, really glad that we've got that in. And his tractors too, so I think that's it. I will have filled it up. sure. So 77,776 litres of water too. So it is now ticking up. So yeah, we should now get a bit of guar. It does. Should we go through? No, we've got no. We've got like the normal wall to do. So I'm going to do that next session. So yeah, all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.